Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Throw out wide to Walker. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. First carry here for Ken Walker. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the gun on third down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Hey.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Another run down for Nwangu. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The Cardinals hit 6-5 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To throw again on second down. Murray eluding the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Murray now. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Grover Stewart able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run again with Walker. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fields on first down. This is the tight end fan.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Block it in motion right. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And Walker has it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Now Murray off play action. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Up the middle, Nwangu. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll go right back to Nwangu. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kene Nwangu, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are able to move back in front. Extra point right down the middle. The lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal. Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain. From the 27, Fields. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going deep for Brown. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. The final shot before the break. Fields. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The final shot before break. Fields. His throw incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray, he's going to air one out for Anderson. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown with career touchdown number 75. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this down near the 25. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This is caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point by 4-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got...
What they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters?
That one goes for 30 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points response there, that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
Esker's going to keep this one in. Start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Fields. He completes this to Walker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, Fields. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
A gain of 3, second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. On the give is Nwangu. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on fourth and goal from the 2. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
A big play there on the catch and run. An even 90 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap, Fields. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Walker. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cards are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Handoff right side to Wangu. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Murray. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Fields. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Fields. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Again, Fields. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And one last throw here for Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's